Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. The world of reality has its limits, the world of imagination is boundless. Happiness, a good bank account, a good cook, and a good digestion. People who know little are usually great talkers, while men who know much say little. Insults are the arguments employed by those who are in the wrong. What wisdom can you find that is greater than kindness? Man was born free, and he is everywhere in chains. Those that are most slow in making a promise are the most faithful in the performance of it. Nature never deceives us, it is we who deceive ourselves. No man has any natural authority over his fellow men. Plant and your spouse plants with you, weed and you weed alone. O love, if I regret the age when one savors you, it is not for the hour of pleasure, but for the one that follows it. Money is the seed of money, and the first guinea is sometimes more difficult to acquire than the second million. You forget that the fruits belong to all, and that the land belongs to no one. A feeble body weakens the mind. Free people, remember this maxim: we may acquire liberty, but it is never recovered if it is once lost. Whoever blushes are already guilty, true innocence is ashamed of nothing. We should not teach children the sciences, but give them a taste for them. I may be no better, but at least I am different. Gratitude is a duty which ought to be paid, but which none have a right to expect. Absolute silence leads to sadness. It is the image of death. We are born, so to speak, twice over, born into existence, and born into life, born a human being, and born a man. Falsehood has an infinity of combinations, but truth has only one mode of being. The person who has lived the most is not the one with the most years, but the one with the richest experiences. The training of children is a profession, where we must know how to waste time in order to save it. Every man has a right to risk his own life, for the preservation of it. Remorse sleeps during prosperity, but awakes bitter consciousness during adversity. The English think they are free. They are free only during the election of members of Parliament. Our affections as well as our bodies are in perpetual flux. I hate books, they only teach us to talk about things we know nothing about. The body politic, as well as the human body, begins to die as soon as it is born, and carries itself the causes of its destruction. I long remained a child, and I am still one in many respects. It is too difficult to think nobly, when one thinks only of earning a living. Take the course opposite to custom, and you will almost always do well. Most nations, as well as people, are impossible only in their youth, they become incorrigible as they grow older. I have always said and felt that true enjoyment cannot be described. God made me and broke the mold. The English are predisposed to pride, the French to vanity. Our greatest evils flow from ourselves. When something, an affliction, happens to you, you either let it defeat you, or you defeat it. Force does not constitute right. Obedience is due only to legitimate powers. However great a man's natural talent may be, the act of writing cannot be learned all at once. How many famous and high-spirited heroes have lived a day too long? Our will is always for our own good, but we do not always see what that is.